Chat. This is a tutorial on how to make $3,000 before dinner time. Shout out Asian Session. Shout out GBP USD. The price goes up if it's GBP. All right, let me chill. All right, yo, let me lock in. Shout out Euro USD. 3 bands, 2 trades, 1,500 each. Should have been 35. Let's jump into it. No edits. Raw trade recap. Boom. Are we recording? Yes, we are. Let's get into it. All right, chat. Let's go over GU first. We're jumping right into it. I don't care. Straight like that. You guys should already be able to see this. I got the drawings on here. Let me hide them. This is it. I'll hide all drawings. Bang. Chat, what do we see right here? Asian Session, pre-market, 1,400, 1,500 right here. 1,600 is when it officially opens, But chat, what do we see right here in the pre-market? Lows, what is this? Friday, 4-5. These are London session / New York lows, whatever. It's an hourly low. Hourly lows, if it's intra-session or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's high confluence. Chat, what do we see? What's the low? Look, 224 is that low. Right up here, it says the low. What do we see? 224 is the low. What do we see right here? 222. That means it's lower. Boom. So we sweep it out at 1,500. Now, what are we doing? Let's bring the drawings back. We sweep it out. Boom. Market opens at... And I took this trade late. I mean, you could have had it earlier. As you can see, I had this one marked out. 1,500. What's the move that sweeps out liquidity? Boom. Order block. I don't care if it's a green candle. It still was this little extra bit that the red one didn't get. Boom. We sweep it out. This is the order block. What do we see? Now we got a 15-minute order block, chat. Now we're in the 5-minute. Let's cook. Look at this. Now we draw out. Candle close out. Boom. Green. Now we're looking to draw back in. Boom. Right at 1555. Right when this candle closes, it officially Asian session opens. You could take longs right there because of the fact you have this fair value gap within here. You respect this fair value gap. You tap into this order block as well. That's why I have this right here, 1 to 1.58. You could have taken longs right there, right at market open. I didn't, to be honest. I don't know why. I really just didn't want to. I was doing homework, and I don't really love trading Asian session. This was such a good setup. Boom, price rips, and I'm like, all right, whatever, no big deal. I then see price come all the way back down, and I notice it makes a lower low, and I'm looking for like, all right, now it's literally telling me exactly what's going to happen. It's telling me price is going to go higher. I literally know it's going to go higher. Like, it was just a guarantee. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just jump in. So boom, after we see this boom, lower low, we have this 5-minute low. It can't take it. So now I just jumped into the 1-minute pretty much. I mean, we broke 5-minute structure. So I was like, I'm not going to wait for 5-minute structure. I'm just looking for a fair value gap entrance. Boom, we have this 1-minute fair value gap. Price draws in, price draws out. I could have taken it right here, but we were still in bearish order flow on the 5-minute and the 1-minute. We didn't break structure. Right here would have been a structure break. We didn't. I just waited for this 1-minute break of structure after this fair value gap got filled. I'm like, I already know it's going to go higher. So then, boom, filled right here. Yep, boom. Yeah, fair value gap. We get this fill right there. Boom. And we long it. We put our stops, oh my goodness, stops below this fair value gap, below this 1-minute low right here. Boom. And chat, this is where it was really interesting. Even though we swept the 1 hour low, my take profits, chat, we got to get better at take profits. It's a problem. As you can see, I knew price was going to rip higher. I mean, everyone just knew it. Everyone knew it was going to rip higher. But we had this 15-minute high that scared me. I don't know why. I should have at least looked for the hourly, which I ended up doing. As you can see by the execution, I wanted to take profit at this 15-minute. I ended up saying, you know what, forget it. I'm going to target this 1 hour. And this was a 1 hour high. So I ended up getting a 1 to 1.68. If you took like the correct trade, this correct trade would have been, fair value gap gets filled, order block tap, a couple pips below these 5-minute lows, or you could have just tossed it below this order block just to be safe. If you wanted to be safe, you could have done that and then targeted these 1 hour highs. Would have been about the same RR. But then, boom, on my exact entry, I targeted this. You could see buy right up in there on that 1 minute break, and I sold right at towards the top of this. So it was about a 1 to 1.5 in total. I'll show P&L at the end. And take profit. What was I targeting? That 15 minutes scared me, but I targeted right at the top of this 1 minute. That's why I sold, right towards the top of this 1 minute. I always like to sell a little bit earlier because my take profits just never work when I set them on TradingView. So that was what I was targeting. Now, on hindsight, should I have set that as take profit 1 and take profit 2 all the way up here towards these equal highs that I did not see? Yes. And in reality, this was the one I didn't take. This is the one I had. No, wait. I might have just deleted the one I actually did take. No, this is the one I... Which one's the one I actually took? I think this is the one I actually took. No, it's not. Undo. Oops. Where'd it go? What the? There we go. Bingo. This is the one I actually took. All right. Boom. In hindsight, this is the one I actually took. If I had taken that and ran it to these equal highs, yeah, that move up, move down, that move up, move down, 1 to 5. That should have been take profit 2. In hindsight, yes. Did I still catch a 1 to 1.5 in Asian session? Yes. Did I still hit another trade? Yes. Something to learn for it. We should leave runners, multiple take profits. I got to get better at that. Anyways, chat. What do? We use different pairs in Confluence. Now, what is this pair? GBP USD, chat. So what is the most high volume pair in Forex? Euro USD. Let's use our brains. Obviously, if the dollar, I'm betting the dollar is getting weaker against the pound. The pound and the euro are basically almost the same price right now. So if it's going to get stronger, if the dollar's going to get weaker against the pound, guess what? It's going to get weaker against the euro. So what am I going to do? Look for longs on Euro USD as well. So you can use both the pairs in Confluence. It's basically like Forex's version of SMT. I kind of thought of it on myself. Maybe I learned it somewhere else. It's basically like SMT. You're just using correlating pairs together. Because obviously, why would the dollar be going up against the pound and down against the euro unless there was such a drastic difference in the price of the pound and the euro? The pound and the euro, it's basically 1 to 1, and this one's 1 to 3. The pound's a little bit stronger than the euro, but it's not a drastic difference. So it's similar. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt. But if the euro's going up a lot, if the British pound's going up a lot, obviously the euro's going up a lot as well against the dollar. So chat, let's go into this one. Hide the drawings real quick. What do we see? Pre-market. What is this? Hourly, Friday's New York lows. These were high confluence lows as well. So just on GBP, we had those intra-session hourly lows. These were very good lows. These were New York session lows. The previous session before Asian session on Sunday. What do? Sweep it out. What do we see right here? High time frame fair value gap. What do we see once we sweep it? Reactions off. It's almost as if the strategy works. Chat, what do we do next? I'm looking 15-minute order block. Boom. Do we have one? I don't think we do. Do we have a 5-minute one? Did I mark an order block? I don't think I did. Yeah, it was a sloppy order block entry. I remember that. Yes, I remember that from about 2 hours ago. It was sloppy, yeah. There was really no good order block within here. So what do? We see price get taken out. Liquidity sweep. Boom. 5-minute break of structure. Excuse me, right here. What does price do? All pre-market before 1600 official open. Just rips to the upside. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take it. Same thing with on GBP. I was just not going to trade it. What do we see it do? Price capitulates all the way back down. Fills this first fair value gap. And I see it once again, making a higher low. We have a low, a high. What is this? A higher low. It's not sweeping this out. It's making a higher low. What do? I scrolled into the 1 minute, right? I'm not, boom, 1 minute. We had this 1 minute. We had this 1 minute fair value gap that technically was respected. We then had these 1 minute lows get swept. Did we? Did we get them officially? Yes, we get these 1 minute lows swept and this 1 minute fair value gap get filled as well. What are we doing? We see price. So after we see this, we're like, oh, okay, maybe nothing's going to happen. No, we get reactions off these fair value gaps. I was already looking for long. So if it produced shorts, I was just going to be like, you know what? I don't even want shorts. I could adjust my bias. I don't want it. We already had this massive high time frame sweep and we filled a fair value gap. I'm looking for longs. That's why I'm in the 1 minute, because I already got the bias. The bias is long. I mean, that's just what we're looking for. So I saw the 5 minute, all the reactions. I'm like, I'm not even taking the trade off the 5 minute. I want the 1 minute to show. Once the 1 minute shows, I'm taking it. I'm not waiting for the 5 minute. Boom. What do we see? We come all the way up after this massive down candle and we fill it immediately. Break structure. Where am I? I'm long right here up this break of structure. Right here on this 1 minute break. Got filled a little bit higher, but boom. 1 minute break. There was no 1 minute for value gaps or anything to get filled. So I was like, boom, right when we break structure, I'm going to take it. We inverse. Oh, we don't inverse this. We get stuck in a little bit of drawdown. Yes. But, I mean, we're not stopped out. I put my lows. I said, look, we made a low, a high, a higher low. I put my stop a little bit above this low. I'm like, if we're going to make a higher low, we're going to move higher if we make a higher low. So we shouldn't come out and sweep this low. We should continue to make higher lows. What do? We draw down. We move a little bit lower. We don't take this out. I could have put this just a little bit, just below these lows. I didn't. We got stuck in a little bit of drawdown. It worked out good. This one had such a great draw on liquidity. Easy money here. This was easy money just as well. Where'd we run this to, chat? Right here. Hourly highs. Now, could we have ran it to New York session complete highs? Yes. We just ran it to like these pre-market highs just because it was such a good RR and we were already in, like it's Asian session. I don't really want to target the biggest moves. And chat, now this is another thing I got to work on. Let's go over it. But chat, look at what happens. We see that, boom. We take it off the 1 minute break of structure. We're stuck in a little bit of drawdown. I mean, there was this 15-minute fair value gap that was being respected. But chat, am I worried about that after we sweep out hourly liquidity and push into an hourly fair value gap? No. We're in an uptrend on the 4 hour. I believe we were in an uptrend on the 4 hour, downtrend on the 1 hour. High time frame confluences. Come on, let's just put it all together. Like the market intuition here. Yeah, there's a 15-minute fair value gap. Are we really worried about that? After we do all those things and we're still bullish on the 4 hour? No. So boom, we have this hourly high. But boom, as you can see, price easily comes up just like on GU, takes out everything. Should have ran price to up here just like I should have on GU. I could have had a 1 to 5 on GU and a 1 to 3.3 on Euro. Didn't hit it. Anyways, chat, I mean, it was bang city. Easy money. Chat, this is another thing. It gets close and I kind of get, I get a little shaking in my boots. I'm like, oh, I don't want price to just reverse right before my take profit, and I see this and I'm like, oh no, I'm scared. So I sell right at the top of this when meanwhile it's just one down candle after 7 greens. And I could have just waited and I ended up selling at 1,500 instead of 2,000 right at my take profit. Whatever happened after, yeah, whatever, no big deal. But boom, I mean, chat, does this not work? Show P&L, got it. Realized on this, 5K, account history, boom. Today, 330, right here, Euro USD. This is what I closed after. It was supposed to be a 1 to 2 even. As you can see, I didn't take it at this yellow line, 1 to 2. I closed it early. We got to wait. You got to be patient. That's the point of taking profits. We still made a bag, but it should have been 2,000, and this one should have been 1,500. Should have been 35. We walked away with 13, as you can see. Right here, we got that. 13, boom. This was today. You can see this one as it was today. 3-30. Boom. 1,500. GU. Perfect. 1,500. Euro USD. Boom. Today. Perfect. Chat. What can I say? Bag work. Thank you, God. What a blessing. We're going to continue to grow and learn. praise the Lord through it all, through the ups and the downs, the mountains and the valleys. You know, we're trying to learn. I could feel myself getting a little better. I did a lot of back testing this weekend. I did a lot of watching, YouTube videos on just how to continue to take profits. Obviously, I didn't apply it in the first day, which is kind of a problem, but we'll continue to work. The work pays off. God can't bless what you're too lazy to work for. So, I got to put that work in, just continue to grow and just stick through it, May not know now, but later you will understand. We'll hop in tomorrow. We'll see No News Monday tomorrow, and we'll go through the week. Hopefully we start the week up. What's that, 3%? Yeah, up 3,000. Yeah, up 3%. So we're up 3% before Monday. So we'll get into it, chat. Peace.